Hello everyone and welcome to Cherub Teaching Center. And today I'm going to train you on conditional formatting and I will be touching a bit of sort and filter as well. Now, conditional formatting, as the name suggests, we are going to format the data. Okay, formatting means the color coding that we people are going to change it, but there would be specific conditions which would be applied on the data. Okay, and along with that I'm also going to train you on, if there is a data in front of you and the data is huge, how you people can go ahead, how you people can sort it out, and how you people can filter out the data if you need a specific of that. Okay, so let's start over people, and we are going to start with our today's session. So I prepared a report in front of you, and before I take you through that, my name is Poonam and I am a Microsoft certified educator. Conditional formatting, people, as I have said, in this the data is there with you, but you need to format the data. Formatting means you need to change the color coding and everything. However, you will be applying certain specific rules to it. And in this part 1 that I'm going to take you through, I'm going to cover first part of it, and later on in my subsequent videos you will be seeing other parts as well. Okay, now I've prepared a table in front of you and you all can see it. In this table, the data which is there with me, in that I have it the roll number. Let's say these are the names of the candidate who have appeared for a specific test. This is the report whether they have appeared for the test or not. How much was the score of the test and what was the schedule date? I mean, when was the test scheduled for them? That is mentioned over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect this data. Now over here there are only 10 to 11 entries that you people are seeing in front of you. However, in the real life situation, when you're going to work on this particular formatting and when you're going to apply conditional formatting, this is going to be benefit to you when the data is huge. I mean, there are near about more than 100 plus entries and it is very difficult to find it out exactly which is the specific set of people who have done it or not. I mean, this can be used for variety of purposes. So let me just take you through it. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to select the entire data which is there with me. Okay, now once I have selected this entire data, in this home tab itself you people need to go to this conditional formatting. Can you see this conditional formatting where I'm hovering my mouse at this moment? And I'm going to take you only to the first section today, which is highlight cell rules. I mean, I'm going to utilize these things, and with the help of these things which is mentioned on the right hand side, we people will be using it. These are the specific rules that I'm going to apply it on my data, and then I'm going to format my data basis that condition. Okay, now let's say I have the test scores, because this data that I prepared for you, in this there is a test score as well, and I want that this particular formula should tell me or should highlight specifically how many people have a test score greater than this value. So this greater than, less than, between, equal to can be used. So greater than, less than, between can be used for a number format. Okay, however, equal to, you can use it for the text format as well, you can also use it for the number format as well. So let me just go ahead and tell you one of the best practice of it. So we are going to start with the first thing, which is greater than. So what you need to do is you need to select the greater than. However, you first and foremost, before you go ahead and type in, you need to first of all highlight, you need to apply this formula on which specific subset. So I cannot go ahead and apply this formula, or I cannot go ahead and apply this conditional formatting to the all the columns. I need to select the column first of all, and as I've said, this is going to be used for the number format. So let me say that I have selected the text score column. I went ahead, I've selected the conditional formatting, I will select greater than, and then I will be punching in my value over here. And I need this data to tell me how many people or how many students they have scored greater than 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch in my number over here, greater than 12, and over here it's up to me which particular thing that I need to do. Do I want to do it right, light red fill along with the text color as well, or I only want the text to be highlighted? So this is all up to you, plus you can custom format, that means you can select your own color also. So I need to show this data, actually how many students have scores greater than 12. So let me just go ahead and select the green thing, and then I'm going to click on the OK. So you can see over here, by default this particular formula has selected the test score which is above 12, and all the entries, they have been highlighted green in color. Okay, all right. So let's quickly proceed ahead, and now I'm going to make you go through the second section in conditional formatting. Now we are going to use the second formula, which is less than. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select less than, and let me say how many specific entries are there which have value less than 12, and select them or color them in light red. So let me just go ahead and click on OK. So it's going to select all the people who did not appear on the test, that means who had 0 scores altogether. Okay, alright. So this is done. Now the third thing that we are going to do with the conditional formatting is, again we will go over here between. So let's say I want, so when you're going to select between, the first range and the second range value people have to put in over here. So let's say I want to know over here how many people they have scored in between 13 to 17. Okay, all right, and I want my data to be highlighted in yellow fill altogether. So I will be moving ahead, I will be selecting yellow fill, and then I'm going to select on OK. See, it has highlighted that these are the people who have scores in between this range altogether. Okay, all right, now let's proceed ahead, and the next formula that I'm going to do it for you is equal to. Now as I said, this equal to can be used for the number also, it can be used for the text also. Number, if I specifically want to highlight that how many people have scored 18, I can go ahead and put in one specific number over here, and then I can select OK. So it is going to highlight that particular entry. However, let me just make use of this particular conditional formatting on the text as well, and I want the scores of a specific person altogether for a specific data entry, which can be text format as well. What I can go is, I can go over here, I can type in the name over here. Okay, let's say I've selected Lalit, and I want that the text and the data, they should be both in red fill altogether, and then I can go ahead and click OK. So it has selected and it has highlighted this entry altogether, so that data has been formatted. Okay, now the next thing that we people are going to learn today is the text that contains. Okay, all right. So let's say this is my entire data, and I want that only that text should be highlighted now, which should contain this specific entry. Okay, so let's go ahead. So again, this is going for the text only people. Okay, all right, not for other things altogether. So if I want, I can go ahead, I can click on serial number as it has done, or I can go ahead, I can punch in all the other entries also. Okay, so if I want to format the cells, if I want to highlight one specific cell where this word is written serial number, I can punch in other entries as well. Let's say if I want to do it with the roll number also, so it will go ahead and it's going to highlight the roll number. Okay, it is going to highlight in a specific color which you people have already selected. Okay, all right. So now the next thing that we people are going to do with the conditional formatting is now, so we are done with greater than. Again, let's do a quick recap. Greater than, less than, between is going to be used for all number formats. However, equal to, you can use it for the text and the number both. Text that contain is only for the text formatting. This formatting conditional is only for the text altogether. And then we are moving on to the date occurring. Okay, now if I want in this data, because the data that I prepared for you people, in this there is a test date as well, and I want the cells to be highlighted in which people have appeared for the test last week. Okay, so I will go ahead, I will select last week. I can select any entry, it can be next month, it can be last month, it can be this month, depending upon your data. It can be last 7 days as well, today, yesterday, tomorrow also, if your data is prepared in advance altogether. So I am only selecting, going ahead, and I'm selecting last week. I've selected the color formatting. Okay, and then I'm going to click on OK, and my conditional formatting has highlighted that date in the specific data altogether. Okay, all right. Next, I'm going to move on. All right. Now the next thing that I'm going to move on is people. So the date occurring we have done, and now I'm going to move on to the duplicate value. Okay, now sometimes what happens is in a data, if there is a duplicate value that is mentioned altogether, I can go ahead and I can use this data altogether, the formatting. Okay, all right. So let me just go ahead. I will go ahead. Now I've selected this entire data. Okay, and sometimes what happens is mistakenly there is one entry which is repeated twice and I'm not getting, because the sum that I'm getting, that is not accurate, or maybe any data that I'm getting is not accurate, and I want to find it out which is the duplicate value, and I want that duplicate value to be highlighted in my data altogether. I can go ahead, I can click on highlight cell rules, I can move on to the last part which is duplicate value, and then I can go ahead and I can click on OK. Now people, over here there are multiple duplicate values. See, I have selected the entire data, that's the reason it is showing me this way, because the yes no format is too many times, the date specific is too many times, 0 is too many times. So here you have to restrict your conditional formatting. So what I'm going to do is I need to put the conditional formatting only on the name, because if by mistake I have put the entry twice for a specific person, I will go on to the duplicate value section, and now you can see that it is telling me in my data I have punched in the name Parul twice with the same roll number altogether. So I can go ahead and then I can go ahead and you can go ahead and delete this value from your given data set. Okay, so this is all about conditional formatting, highlighting cell rule. We have only touched first part. Let's do a quick recap before I move on to the sort and the filter function. Highlight cell rule, I can use it for the greater than, less than and between. Greater than is for number, less than you can use it for the number form in the data, between is again for the data for in case of number formatting, equal to you people can use it for the number and the text data both. Text that contain is only for the text. Date occurring is for a date format if it is given in your data set altogether. And finally comes the duplicate value, in which you people have to restrict your conditional formatting to a specific column altogether, otherwise it is going to show you the multiple entries altogether. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing, which is sort and filter. Now half of the time what happens is I have a huge data set there in front of me, and I want to quickly sort out my data in order to give me an accurate report, and I want to filter it out. Okay, so let's move ahead. We are going to use first of all the sort function. I'll select my entire data. Okay, and then I can go, see people, there are two ways. Either you can go to the data tab where I'm hovering my mouse, or you can go this ways as well. So it is all up to you. So let's go through the that thing, because this is how you people can do it also. Okay, so either you can go through the data which is given on the top, or what you can do is you can go ahead, you can select your data, you can right click on it, and the sort function is given over here also by right clicking on the mouse. Okay, so let's, for the sake, we will go on the top, okay, today, and then I'm going to click on the data value over here, and this is sorting. This is what we are going to touch today, sort and filter. Okay, now this A to Z is for ascending order, Z to A is for descending order. So this is definitely going to work only on the alphabets altogether. That means the text data which is given in my specific data set. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let's say if I select this column where the names are given, I've selected that, and I want my data to be from a highest or the lowest range. See, highest and the lowest, again you can use it for the number formatting also. There is no restriction, ascending, descending, both ways we can do it. We can use it for the text also, we can use it for the number as well. Let's move with the text first. I can go ahead, I can select this column, and then I will do Z to A. So you yourself can see here the data has been put in. Let me just go ahead and select this data. Okay, this is the data that I've selected, and then I will be going ahead, I will do Z2A. Okay, but I have to expand my selection altogether, because this is asking me actually what I have to do it. So what I'm going to do is I can go ahead, I can pull up this data. Okay, and then I can use the sort functioning. I can click over here also. See, when I click over here, now it is giving me how do you want me to sort my data. Okay, do you want this sort the data by name, or do you want to sort the data by test? Let's go ahead and select the name first of all, and definitely it is going to be with the help of cell values, because I have not applied any color over here. There is no color coding, so cell color, font color, conditional formatting icon is not going to work. I want my data to be in the Z2A format. Okay, so let's go ahead and select Z2A format. and then okay. Now you can see that the names they have been shuffled, the roll numbers they have been shuffled. Okay, so this is custom formatting, people, actually, in which as per the lowest and the highest value, the data subset has been arranged. Okay, and the data is there in front of you. So accordingly you people can go ahead, and accordingly you people can select multiple things over here. It could be the name also, it could be in the form of a, so the test also. Okay, largest to highest, so I can, that is, give it with the help of the largest. I want my descending order in the form of the test scores which people they have achieved altogether also. Okay, so this is the conditional formatting that we people have done so far. It can be Z to A, people, it can be largest to smallest, it can be smallest to largest. It is all up to you what you people you want to do it. Okay, so this is how it is going to give you the data. Okay, now the next thing that we people will be using is the filtering altogether. Okay, so this is the filter, okay, that you people can do. So when the moment I put in the filter, I've selected the filter, you can see on the main headings there is a filter which has come up. Okay, now what I can do is I can click on this drop down icon, and then accordingly I can text filter it. Okay, with the help of, is there any value which equals this, which is not equal to this, begins with, ends with, contain, does not contain, and custom filter. So if I want in the given data set which is there in front of me, only roll number 5 should reflect, what I can do is I can unselect, I can click over here, I can select 5, I can click OK. So now it is only showing me the 5 entries. Okay, now if I want to be the name format only for one specific person, what I can do is I can either go ahead from this, I can also do like this, all the text that contain, I can put in the name of a specific candidate over here. Okay, 1 minute, let's go ahead, text filter equals, and then you can put in the name of the candidate over here, and then you can select OK, so it can give me that ways also. Okay, and or else could be the scores also. So when I'm selecting the number filters altogether, I can go ahead and I can say, I can put in the number over here which is greater than 10, and then I can go ahead and click on OK, so it is giving me all the scores. Okay, so this ways, people, you can filter out your data. Filtering is very very essential. If I have a data set in front of me, only a limited entries I want to pull it out, I can use the filtering section. Okay, now if I want to remove the filter, again I will be selecting this data from here. I can go ahead and I can select it, I can click on this filter icon once again, and the filtering will be removed. Okay, so either you can go ahead, select this entry, select this entire table, click on filter, the filter is going to be applied, click on the filter once again, the filter is going to be removed. There is a shortcut entry for applying the filter as well, and the shortcut is alt key from the keyboard, then D as an alphabet key, and then F and F twice. So alt D FF, or you can go ahead and you can use this filter. So this is what is there for you people. So today we people have covered the conditional formatting altogether. In conditional formatting, we people have covered today, the highlight specific cell values. You can go ahead, you can test on your data, and also we people have done sort and filter for sorting out my data from highest to lowest, or lowest to highest, or ascending to descending, descending to, that is, ascending or descending order for both the text and the number format. Both largest to highest is for number, and the smallest to largest is for the number. Ascending descendants works for the text data, and also I can go ahead and I can filter my data. So before I proceed ahead for today, do not forget to subscribe to Cherub Teaching Center. Please subscribe for Cherub Teaching Center. There are more videos coming up your way. So in case if you want to reach me on Instagram, you can go ahead and with the cherub.teaching.center. You can also reach me on Facebook at Cherub Teaching Center. In case if you want to reach me on Microsoft Teams, it is on Cherubian. You can go ahead and type in Cherubians, and you can go ahead and reach me as well. So that was all which was planned for you today, people. Thank you so much, and have a nice day ahead.